It's the only show in town. Tukrutinti. Tukrutinti. Facts Rain. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Ubia here. And some more. Yeah, Tongana. Okay, Tukrutinti. Okay, so let me address this. I'm not talking like Nana Ado. Nana Ado kasa said your kasa, me kasa said your kasa. See, you don't abridge time already 16. Now could be 37 years or why. And also wa accent na ebesesa. Nti munya complain na muntie nyansa. Na munya da kasa sese, wo kasa sese. Kasa na nya no na bema wa brabo asesa. Adwene ewo nipa kro ni tim no na ma wa brabo sesa. Get it right. Omo beka atwi bu be no de no ye ma Ghana for the last 67 years. Stop the complaining and listen to the sense in Nieka. Many abre. Ubia ho ye sa ne pe. Ma talk, so me say if you talk good, me no beka. O talk ya English o de ben you. What to no, what to krotenten no, ufo no den wo mo ye na abugulushi. And I almost no timber market, ufo na okra, na nya broche ne ye no. Inti brofo no when ya ho value, and no ne ye ka ho asem. O kasa se brofo ade na ye ma o. O kasa se brunia and I say o ka brofo ade the value that you get. Inti pay attention and focus. Swate. Utokrutinti me no ne kasa pay attention and focus. O ka brofo na ade na ye. Se yenya obi a obeka brofo na nkobe magana kwen na ye ni ye schools na ye relevant ye nya aduane adi obi anya ba bia tena efin ni krom obi ahoto no anka wo mpe o peka mutuam asembe na okay mama yenka asem papa mo de mon share na mon like it na I feel I'm with you. Be with me all the time. O kasa na o waka de ehuhia. Listen, me obianim say me no. I'm all about say no, seriously, because Ghanaians, we have a challenge in thinking the right way. Inti, we want to just focus on the right way of thinking. And inti ye ton ye man. Inti, Mix, what's the deal? What's the deal, Mix? Okay, Mix aba. Inti na say agrono emu bede. My film, ye share ya che. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Inti me just say my messimo rough. Inti I'm glad say me wa hakechi yichiao odene ho yichiao Benjamin yichio bia na and this is the only place you feba mon share na mon like why Mr. Mo na nkrofo meka ho na odene ho kwadwofosu yichia mu na ras save yichia Mexico, thanks for the #1 gift. Ichiao Benjamin, Ichiao. I'll say, Mr. Kofi, the dollar is rising. Is it rising in the US or in Ghana here? I'm confused. Okay, so now a good question. Let me just say this. Whether the dollar rises or it doesn't, it shouldn't be a concern to Ghana. Muntie de American you. Se dollar rise here, and a dollar and rise here, and se anke a fire home. Bacho ubiati asye. And the reason is se dollar rise it, nanke yenye aduane di. Ya kwan ye, ye hospitals ye, inya baby da, yari ni krum, ubia ho tono edwuma wo ho nkrofo making income sa. What does the dollar rising mean to us? It doesn't mean anything to us. Because ye produce more, ye were a self-sustaining economy. You to me ton nyoma. Inti anka dollar na rise krampo anka ye better maye. Because we sell. Se dollar rise na water na a how. But se dollar rise na se wo ton adia. You make more money. But they make a motiase. I hope say motiase. Inti dollar rising. It's only when you're on the different side of the track does it affect you. But if you are on the right side of the track, it doesn't matter. So I didn't, because a dollar fall here, you hold on to your stuff. Dollar rise here, you sell your stuff. And Pacho, they may come out and say, it's a simple. Okay. Nana Kwame, Titanic Freedom, Ichiao, cheerleaders in the house, Imam, Ichiao. But the inflation is too much and it's killing us. Facts reign say inflation is too much. Inflation will be too much because we won't produce here. Don't worry about the inflation, worry about producing. Ya call lessons were had my way reality university it was a platform so now ya call university by now you should understand say economics no na common sense. So say we won't produce bibia wutumi control pricing ne distribution. How can you worry about inflation? You can't. But they may count as obia dia ono no produce no wo kota wo ni control wo so nti di ono pe no de be ma na wo de aba wo into wo economy nti in that case no wo ni control what ne price variations no wo ni control wo so or the wo pe aduane adi na ne wo kɔ na osifufuo ni 5 cedis a wo beto ukona 10 cedis a comedy unti ubeto no saa because one to a wonye aduane ni nti wontumi nto fufuo 10 cedis enko fie na nkosumu ano nka se fufuo amato 10 cedis pa de akoe wabume wo backyard wo dan n'echi ade na wonua banchi nua bode na wa wongo fufuo. That's the option. So na wonye nua ne mponchi bi wo backyard ho a ochina bi utumi kun odwane ba ko odi ahye di freezer ore ne kakra odi banchi ne bode na wo fufuo no adi. That is the way we need to think. But assassin down down the chin, one friend we are body, one friend we are banchi. One yen nwan ponchi and nwan kuko. Now so they be a o complain say fufu boy dia. Please allow me to be brutally honest to you. Enyatim didi there be, but sometimes no. I am brutally honest. I'm brutally honest to create impact. So, inti me obi amfa ya temdidi why mesremo yaba ha yesua de na nso de wode ba ha eye nyansa krum oba na de nso wo no wa be share na ye de din komo kama obi a opese oba be kase bia kwan wo say oba now the phone out to mute yourself. Put the phone to mute. Put your phone on mute. Put your phones on mute. Put your phones on mute. Oh my gosh. All right. Inti, Mr. When you come on the stage to speak, Miss Remoa, now we do phone not to mute. Why? Your mouth, your kasa. Now you take your phone off mute. No kasa. Said the Emma feedback. Why, Miss Remo? Oba swa. Kwame Wadai would be chia comrade. Inti Oba swa na do phone at mute. Ne efrawa. Inti we love the MPP people. We love the NDC people. We are Ghanaian. We love you. You couldn't possibly get us upset. Oba ha na obi diatema you. Obekano kre na NDC ni we MPP ni we appreciate that say obekano kre. So because ye na ye nipa bako. Ye mpese obeba beka bibia enye no kre. So inti ye set stage no set. To set the stage no Mahama and the NDC, Bahumia and the MPP, Omni Ghana and Nini Ye, and Chairmantin and the Butterfly. Ubia oya of the regime no. omne Ghana for any ye because anka omne Ghana food in ye anka by now ya kwen na womaye ye schools na ye first class uko school ni wie o graduate ya unya adwuma ye uko hospital ye nyojo ye ma wadru ye hwel ubia wo baabi a ote adwuma wo ho functional meaningful lifestyle jobs ewo ho ema boys ne girls so ye nije they say Ghana nije ba ko pe ewo ho ye recreation ma the whole of Ghana any a year and I'm hwe a year wo TikTok so any YouTube so na me wra ho because yama a year aye recreation nkofo go to a year said the woman ni e kwa akwachi je nipa krona wawu no kra te se ne sei na mani gi wo meyi ase kra ne were be ho so yeah a year na aye recreation a year nya recreation a year wo ko hono ma you go pay your respects and you bounce you out so that's it yeah the year no yeah to say festival as I say yes sanyo maybe why nipa ne te ase a na wo hye ne nyunyam it doesn't make sense say nipa ne te ase obebresa o ya me papa yare abusiafo pia mesra me papa so me papa yare no people did not owu ye na wo mo ba 1 week no nkrofo frɛ oh na mo kra mo te he I'm saying you know what I'm not going to tell you ehun hia sɛ obeba eh Kofi now I'm say there be nipa ne yare wa mehwɛ no wawu a wo ba no 1 week wo ba no 1 week abedin I mean, think about it. Obia say me a controversial, but the American wouldn't me adrian now me nyadrin. Me papa yare no wa me hwe no. Mo se wanyi dodo. Wadi 92. Oya akokora. Good. Why akokora? So, owu ye no, wo frame bisa se he na wo mote na wo ba 1 week celebration. Nam so wo ba be yedin. Because oyare no wa ma me hwe no. Am I in the wrong? Say me bisasa me controversial and I say my dream na juma obi kan kire me say Kofi you are ne wo wofa wo busheni oyare one papa yare be say at least be 6 months onyare kra no oya akokra no kra wa mehwe no otifie na no nko tifie na ne nurses ne wa mesra no oyare for 6 months ansa no owu no wa mesra no inti owu ye no wo frema bisa me se ehe na mufie no kra ewo because who direction min fiu ana woni menya adwene kra wo kra no wonim nyansa seriously because anyway munya my papa because I get upset when you know, me, I know I'm in the right. Inti nipa te ase na oyi na nyunyam enye time we me papa te ase me na me kokura me sem se ya no de wuye. Owuye abusiafo o yes se ye ne kase na say mo bia me kan kwase se me nkyere me o ye ne kase na wo de ye na monkosie no wo papa yo hene ba am say o yo hene ba nti o ere wawu monkosie no 3 weeks condemn yemfanon to ne nye ye efe ne yebebo brass band yebo live band krofo abere chinchinga na nya sabe pa anyhow mama yanka sem papa me sem no sanity minim say enkrofo pi ene me nya adwene ba me de me sa na me life ne tie anyhow then koso listen nti me say NDC for ne MPP for muna no obia o ye Ghana ni a oba happy and you welcome but oba hanoma don't reveal yourself and say o kanyansa sama ye bebo abaso wan kanyansa someone so ene amanfo will chew you out on the platform nti na asema ewo hono ye da muna maso ye tie say there are people on here so you're going to Auntie, Honey.
Yay! I just came online, you know. But if there was one time I called you about equity and equality. my friend long last year about one topic. You know, say you hope this will not be the last time. I'm in Chicago.
Oh, okay, okay. Rough no ma emu aye shikakra ma meti I say I confuse my dream no. Nso kasa. Kasa.
Oh, me
Yeah,
nyo kasa ya me kasa me ya.
Yeah, bro say.
Yeah, friend me Hetty. Me were US Chicago.
Chicago. He was Chicago now.
Chicago, South Chicago Heights. We were South Chicago Heights.
South Chicago.
So
South Chicago
honestly,
house. Mpacho.
I admire your even if someone by your president. Forgive me for my voice. Menya some be voice issue. But even if one by your president,
wow.
I admire you for your leadership skills. Now, you know, we will be a natural leader. You know, I would like to interview you, but I just joined this live to learn more about it. So may interview to you to know, but I don't know whether I'm in the right question. I want to know how you are going to use diasporas in your running of the country, like in your running of the country, like are you going to listen to us because you have been here before, right? You have been here before and you have come to see and you have gone back to you want to leave, eh? And I really applaud you for that decision. And yet easy for somebody to embark on that decision, you know. So I really admire you and I want to know how what do you think say here diasporans able to me na Ghana no development. And why is it important for us to be part of this change? Why?
I think seriously, and I'm gonna be okay. Let me be nice. Okay, let me be nice. I think the diasporans have dropped the ball. Okay, they've missed a great opportunity. They haven't completely missed it because we still have time. But and let me tell you why.
Okay.
Diasporans, me and the Diasporans organization and my friend Progressive Alliance Movement. I'm a co-founder. Now, the Electoral Commission, ne Attorney General Court say Oma Abuchi for diasporans into Tuaba because you're right. The diasporans be nimsa, but right in the Constitution say Ubi awe Ghana near where the 18 years away of sound mind. Maybe I would will be as say you to me ma Tuaba. We pushed this in court. We won the case in court. Said the Electoral Commission, as I said, or implemented the Efreno Representation of the People's Amendment Act. Now, Ubia Wowo Abuchino Utumituaba. MPP, Peneso, Ama Diaspora, Ama Electoral Commission, and Fanya Juma. And MPP, so Ama Electoral Commission, and Fanya Juma. But the area me yana say diaspora for a give up. Diaspora for him say fight now me fight no. For one more not coexistence, but one more existence. And let me tell you why. The money that you can make in Ghana in 5 years, it would take a person who is well established in America, 25 to 35 years, to have a chance to make. Now, listen to my words carefully. The money that you make in Ghana guaranteed in 5 years, it would take somebody who's well established, 25, 30 years, a Ghanaian who's well established in America, 25 to 35 years, to have a chance to have a chance to make. Okay, so now let me tell you the numbers. Ghanaians in the diaspora bring into Ghana over $6 billion every year. $6 billion. 1% of that, 1%, not 2, not 3, not 10%. 1% of that amount of money, $60 million. Inti se wo a wo me no wo ka say se wuyi what the $100 ne ba Ghana every year. Now say we $1 out of 100 and now the support to Kofi Koranteng. We will win the election like that. Ghana for a diaspora say woman yet. Now the reason to make us a woman yet is say they haven't done it. Now, let me tell you how it's not smart. That decision is not smart. They bring in $6 billion every year to support their families because Sikanina, obviously, more than 95% of Sasikana is shit. And yes, a shit, because a shit, that's not right. And you're recoverable. And you're recoverable. And shit, but and you're recoverable. But they make what I say. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you invested 1% in Kofi Koranteng, we will be able to turn the economy around in Ghana so you wouldn't have to perpetually send in 6 billion because 6 billion now every year was sending on. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because Ghana is going to get worse if Kofi Koranteng doesn't come in. And it doesn't make sense for the diaspora to sit there and relax and say, oh, Kofi sounds good, but it doesn't make any sense. Because Usikana would send it with Bushiafono, you're gonna have to keep sending that money. Mumupia moya diaspora no. Mwesisi adan maton sase mo a financial interest in Ghana one way or the other. The meme catcher money say invest in me so I can protect that interest for you. Mosemonye. Does it make sense to you? Inti, now listen to yourself. Kofi now be president now there now be my diasporans. What be a president? Have you invested in this guy? No.
Mr. Kofi.
I'm being rhetorical.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
No. Yeah, I get you.
I'm being rhetorical. I'm
yes,
not
I get you. I get you. Yeah. I get you.
What I'm saying is that you imagine the authority that you would have if you made me the president. Because to the country Ghana no ain't to me year without the diaspora.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, the people who benefit the most are that diaspora because diaspora no and one more accumulating the wealth and the expertise. Se Ghana no you stabilize here. One more bet me invest this accumulation of wealth and expertise and one more returns. Because your take Ghana no enya the same exposure ni sika ni opportunity yet. Me boa catch
yeah, Mr. Kofi, I admire you for that. I'm for your presidency, your leadership. Honestly, me waste still time. I will let you answer other people, but I think say if we have somebody like you, because I feel sad to see old men and women who don't want to go back because of certain benefits made them. But in reality, my bread, they are far better to be home than to be here. So I will just prepare myself and reach out to you. Thank you for the response and your time.
And spread the word, because if the diasporans woke up today and said they were going to help Kofi, again, 1%, we will take care of this election.
Okay. So I'll reach out to you, Mr. Kofi, Mr. Koranteng. I'll reach out to you. Thank you.
Benimef, put your phone on mute. Everybody put your phone on mute, please. When you are called, you take your phone off mute, then you speak, please. So it's orderly. We don't get a feedback. Please like, share. Let's get the game started. Thank you so much for being here. Put your phones on mute.
Okay, let me see.
No. Put your phone on mute, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it. I don't know.
All right. Let me see if I can help you. There we go. All right. So let's go to Fax Rain. Fax Rain, what's your question? One question and we go.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I wrote a question about how the inflation is rising in Ghana. So I'm confused. Because sometimes when you go to the market, they'll tell you that the dollar has increased. And that's my question. So I'm asking, is the dollar increasing in the US or in Ghana? Like I'm not, because the US like this, they do, like example, let's say they're selling a product for like $20, and the $20, the price still stays the same. And like let's say if you're a Ghanaian but we are purchasing things from the US, and still we are still purchasing the things, but the thing is still $20. What shows that, like when you buy the thing from the US, like what shows that the thing, like the dollars is rising? Like I'm confused about that, because the US
Okay.
like they don't increase their price, they don't decrease that, they have a fixed price. So I
Okay.
don't know. I'm confused about that.
So the technical explanation is it's not the dollar that is rising, it's your city that is devaluing. But what you say? We see the no, okay, into say net you. Yen ye could didra wa bruche. Do you understand Chi? I mean, is it okay if I speak Chi or do I need to speak English?
Wait, Mark and Enubia. I speak English and then Chi too.
Okay, good. Inti tiu uko malamata markets ekotontus. Debi would do malamata hona malamata no or the currency be not yet the top and yoma wo malamata. Kala to say ye to a dummy. Unse dummy no ye the pegs no upia so pet now the to dummy. And look chips, chips no the deep ya. Oh, for phone to mute. Why? What if I phone to mute? Okay. Chips no near the top and yama or malata market. Inti wukra sidia, as I say, what toss our chips no. Now do malamata market, I would dija. Won't mean for city and kotoa dear ewo. Malamata market. Inti debia would do New Town. As I call baby. No, I could change you see Canada top chips no. Now the chips no. I could dija ewo malamata market. Okay, good. Now, we will see the no any value, they be a lose value. Inti the mpanyinfo na control CD no ayɛ ne sɛ de bia na CD no lose value ninti. Yɛsɛ sɛ yɛtwa CD ni bebree gum. Yɛtwa CD ni bebree gum sɛdeɛ yɛde bɛkɔ Lagos town hɔ. Na yɛde bɛkɔ akɔ change for saa chips na yɛde kɔ didwa wɔ Malamata market. Because we see the lose value. The entire lose value ne say obia ampe we see the no wontumi fa nto bibia wonton bibi emma obi ma nipa kro no emma emeto ade na woton no with CD. Se me ma de mafuo na meton bode na me se me CD pe na meji wo ba beto me bode a ese se wo ma me CD ansa na wo anya bode na nyese a wo kombedo mu awu. But because me nua bibia o mafuom ni ntimenton he intimi ni control ewo me currency no so inti menton he me de bia na me hio bi de inti ese me koto obi de nipa kro no de na me koto no ono no se me fa chips na emre no chips no ese se me kope me misika no bebre na me sesa because misika no bi ampe menton he inti no any value. Inti misika ne bebre na mede kwa akosesa na mede beje chips na mede ko didwa wo Malamata market no. Enu nti na ama CD no ene wo kwa any value nti no say 12 cedis for one chip. Chip ne $1. next time we call say 13 cities because we see the no obiampe any value and to me ento bibia because we want to mentor he. Into the only way I will bet me ama we see the enya ahoden no. Na etumi any chip no ana dollar no ebe rubber shoulders ne say once wo be ye bibia wo beton a wo be say okay me so they say obia meto me neoma wo beto ma de a me penny say ana say wo beto ma de a fa chip no a me hia me de be kwa kodi dwan fa no bre me na wo so de wo pe no me mfa ma wo mbacho de me kan what ase but say wo wafuo mu ho no won ton bode won ton banche won to bibia won to me nka nkyere obi se obedi dwa wo ho a onfa chip ne mrew nti wo ni reserves wo ni chip ni bida ho a wo kodi dwa wo be use nti I render wo currency no useless nti ye pese ye see the ninya value a ese first ye tumi ye bibi na obi pe de yen no say ye bibia obi pe a na nipa kro na beto a na ne betu aka chen say wo beto de a ene fa chip no say brain na beto nti de bi obi beto ye nyoma be obi beto ye nyoma wo me de chip ne brain sa na ye bank ho ye de chip ne gu bibiri nti ye koto bibio a ye hia ye sidi no kra na ye de akoto ye fa chip na ye de akoto because nkrofo p de beto nyoma ye ho but wo ni bibia wo ton mo obi nti no ebere na wo anya chip ne bi ese say wo sika na wo sesa ne bebre na de akosesa chip obi anso mpe sika no because any value and control commodity bia bacho what the make can say nti the ono no wo ni kro me ya ono no wo ni kro me ya America na de ono de the prices ni is stable because a hono no di ne dollar the entire wo dollar no enya wo dollar no na e kosra na e kofomu na we see the no local currency no na any value nti against the dollar no e low so we start to turn nyoma na winya reserves the friend of foreign exchange reserves now eno na ebeba close to dollar no na say wenya dollar ni bebre say one dollar no e pim so head to head. As I say, we want to $20 and pim so head to head because we will need reserves be our into local currency in the airborne chaskili. So, into the only way to reverse it, and say that the BIA come, you bet added value, you bet output from your agriculture, no? You bet feed your agro-based industries, near bet added value, near bet exporter, your exporter. Sika ye ton near ye tika ye ton ye nyoma na ye beje no $1 near the dollar na bigu ye central bank of Ghana nti se say ye koto bibi wa abruchire a yen sesa ye CDC bebre na ye worthless no ye be fa dollar na ne de akoto bacho what ya say right
Okay.
in fact what ya say
Yes, Matthias.
very
Matthias.
good that's it yeah
Okay, Mr. Kofi, good evening.
Pacho, you will cannot west from na Ubiaba. Why Ras? The UF free so na Ubiaba. Yanko Sini Africa.
Okay. Sorry.
Ubia will line soon to Ubia funny phone into mute. If Ruba no bisa one question now call Zay TV Pacho for phone to mute. Go ahead, Sini Africa.
Mpemfo yechiamo Mr. President yechiao ne edwuma pa wafiase boy yenye since 2019 now possible. Now what I like about your projection and your work doing is you have been consistent. You always say the same thing, agriculture for the past 5 years, 20 billion, I mean the money. What I'm trying to say is let's keep talking to each other. Spread the word because comparing you to the NDC, MPP, and the other parliament, presidential aspirants, to be and support one for they may throw dust into our eyes. And your power set programs, we want you to be doing it so that we can share it to other people. People will listen, ask questions, and understand what is really going on, And I really like the fact to say you were able to go to Circle and check the whole place and see. The circle have turned into a den of murderers, homeless, and everything.
Yeah.
And this edifice, how do you put such a structure in the middle of the city? They could have done environmental nice and divert the roads. Just because they will get contract and get cut off on the contract, they push to do things that they don't even think about it. Oh, cycle Dubai. Look at what they have done.
Sini Africa. Sini Africa. Ebusiafo muntie asema yenya Sini Africa eken. And say last week called circle. Mo munhu ye no. Uko ye Facebook a obehu video no say edaho. You say NDC throws $260 million into the Odona River. Or your Facebook, violations, construction violations that you will circle, you're mind boggling. Yeah, only one side of circle, the other side of circle, and I don't know, I'm far when I'm saying, hey, say how cry your west scene, baby, yeah. So, the point that we're making is this, listen to me. Ghana for Muntia Sama making. Yeah, but yes, you deserve the best. MPP and DC a dear bro. The amount of money they are throwing into this election. The best thing since sliced bread. Mumupi, Efre, Mese Kofi, one kafre, Kennedy Pon, and County Yeduma. So, I know one of big TV, so can say, oh, I'm going to give them a showdown. I'm going to give you a showdown. I mean, I'm going to make the NPP say that they can never buy me. Yeah, Keka. The Sika Wakoji, as they say, or no, or say he will never even support, and Bahumia would be a losing candidate if he went against Mahama. They say, oh no, the biggest cheerleader. It's about what they get paid. That's what it's all about. Because the war credibility and you love your people, Ghanaians, you will not lie to them. Because when you said you will cannot yampa, why say it? And when you said you will cannot yampa, why change your mouth or change the way? The more we are naive to the point that more they more support you because more penasema or kum crab more support no. Think. Because I can't swear na NDC near PP near Namso. One more bar, woman him say Ghana for a week at heart. Until you be din trubia train, one great beefy. You better abana my Ghana for 2024, Mommy in Yansa, why? Woman in Yansa, near to Abba. Emma Ubia. Oba de Libya, Obama, or Mina ye ama Ubia, NDC fool, MPP fool, Ghana fool, Yakobetoyin. Ye benians you, Anum Ejare. Ye benya be theatre. Ye call hospital, ye be ye mabinas, papa, one more graduate, ye benya Dumaye. Ye bay a quine, near woo are quine so day in, day out. Nayam, they say state capture, any the order of the day. Ubia top government Japadia.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is one question I wanted to. How say a whole minister for agriculture should be busy looking at Ghana and soil to help the country to produce what the people can eat? You know, he's competing to buy hotels, other hotels in the country. Is he a businessman or he's committed to be a minister of state to serve the country or serve the people? My problem is that they are confused. They come and grab money. Oh, I have the biggest hotel in Africa, 3,000 rooms in somewhere in Kwewu. You are running at a loss. No, you cannot defend anything. And they just want to, oh, I have the biggest hotel. I have the biggest store. They don't have vision as a leader, as a servant to be dedicated to help the people to move Ghana forward. How do we solve this problem?
Well, because it's so simple. If you don't vote for the right person, you will never solve it. Mahama will never be able to solve this problem. Tremantin will never be able to solve. None of the candidates will ever be able to solve this problem because they are all going to take advantage of the Ghanaian people. They're coming in to make money. They're not coming in to solve our problems. That problem is so easy. Go to the electoral commission and ask the electoral commissioner, say, some of we now buy so obey ministers, and I say, obey presidents, and I obey candidates now, and I say, obey survey the country, would declare one assets are now. If they declare their assets are, we will know, say, these things they did not have. So the big question is, how did they get the wealth to acquire these things? Through their relationship with the government. How can you work for the people of Ghana and sidestep and do something else? It's illegal. Yang meme government.
Totally unacceptable.
To me, and I can't even. It's a major zero tolerance conflict. Not only are you going to be fired, you go to jail and we will take everything back. You can't do it. Me, as a president, you will sign a waiver, say, if you are ever caught taking power, you will not only be fired, we will take all your earnings back that you have made from the government, because obviously you weren't working for the people of Ghana, and you will get fined and you will get jailed. And Anyama wa acquire through our wealth, you best send it back and give it to the Ghanaian people. So, Inti, this is going to discourage people from ever even thinking about, say, how can you be a minister of state and have a business I will run? How can that be? Only in Ghana, because they're all a bunch of criminals. That's all there is. This is a criminal entity. Now, one criminal entity cannot prosecute the other criminal entity. That's why NDC MPP is a no-no. They may not be the same, but who cares? A better evil is still evil. A less evil is still evil. We don't want evil in our governance. We want cleanliness. We want a focus to greatness. Definitiveness of purpose to greatness. That's what we want. Inti abusiafo sa nonsense ya ye fiase ye ya. We say when fiase they bind everybody to speak on their NDC MPP, because we know they're both criminals. These Kofi Koranteng 2024, me say youth, Sema Maya Ma 2024, it's on you. Because the hardship, they are buying everything. And your foreign nationals, what Mitchell said, they're going to end mismanaging and selling to their foreign nationals, foreign partners. Ghana food will not have anything. And with this flawed constitution, you won't be able to get anything back. Ghana is gone. Ghana is gone. We've been taken over by monsters. I'm telling you, we have been taken over by greedy monsters who have no value and regard for the people of Ghana. And nobody can even say anything to it. And Tisini Africa, thank you very much. I'll take you off because we need more people. General, talk to me to get your phone. One question and let's move forward. General Ubuntu, what's your question?
Na sadia ekono Ghana ni bia na ni afi bia odwen oye bajimba bia nim say MPP ni NDC omadi ehwamo and they are not the way to go. So point to the drew hoping and obia nim say a particular party di ehwamo, but how to get the party out. My question is, to see ye pe change ye pe see you am free ho, and adentina other candidates and other parties going forward into the next election or subsequent one. Mon come home boom. So okay, many Kofi Koranteng, we need to rescue and I say a better Ghana to face these two. Said yeah, fed up with these people are coming election crampuno. We are not sure say you better I say abano and I see better because it's our right to vote, but the person course on lose, you know. You better say okay. Now we have a formidable force as it happens in 2000. Abrana, yet they say MPP be winning and any party be winning against NDC. Other candidate in our case, Yakaya Huabum air support for going forward. I am MPP be winning ya and no more than what you be. Am I into me and Ghana in free for instance? Because the economy say Yanyanisa is difficult for the future.
Okay, into the quick and the short version of what question no, and it said MPP near this year who said and P unhappy with them. Into what create artificial and small parties, any independent candidate, ya to boom. Into who nima obekasi oh Kofi ya na ya nka won mom na ya baako na ya kese enya no kre. Oye would ka won bo mu a won be toro wase e ma asem. So nti se wo ye me a one day nkrofo a wonnim se won nye papa no de won be fra wo mu just in the name se mo pese mo ka mo ho bom. Wo be ka won mu na bom ho ana. Maybe so.
Mateo we nasi. I think if I know say we to say we NDC ni and what no and or yeah Jumama NDC, I will not like to go with that person. Because
Inti ahoda is say ye wo inti na alliance ne ma ye no because ye ni monkrofobia wo mu na ye suspects. So te ase. Inti nkrofo so a ye nim se wo mu ye clean no ye nya green light ne yet inti ye hwe wo mu akwan. Ye hu se wo mu ye cleaner ene ye be kan ye na ye ho abom. But till say ye be hu no because wo koka wo hu bo wo mu a wo mu be tor wase a Electoral Commission because were disqualified because one baby woman say a year against the laws no near disqualified near you were free. Chan no babe. So what I say.
All right.
Inti mo amu actually na mo pesa ankie na ye kan hubom no enye pefesa akronfo ne ye de wo magum for the most part. Wo mo nye papa NDC ne MPP na criticize mutations no. Inti munsi abotre a brain do na ye pese mo ani hu se we na papa ye be kan ye ho abom. But till then no we mistake pe what say wo ho.
All right.
Yeah, that must say.
I mean, count.
Yeah, that's it. Yanko, okay, yeah, you free honor, they say, Yako, Benemef Foundation, but your manco, one question. Benemef, Ukasa, Ana, Unyan Kasai. Song guy, Emperor.
Yes. Mr. Koranteng, Afishapa.
Anyway. Hello. Hello. Okay, this is Benemef.
Okay, but song guy, 1 second. Benemef, go ahead.
Okay. To me, no, like whatever echoes on my way, no. Say no, I'm for yehu. Me say no, like I can tell, say these both parties are just fooling Ghanaians. That one I can tell boldly. Because on my year, Ghana, I say even basic needs like water, like shelter, like clothes. I say obrenu a life, like suffering. Ghana has become like people understand that obrenu, that is how life is. Sorry, Ufi, not in a village, in the capital town of Ghana. For about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there is no water. One time I was in a car, and me catch up. He said, Me do me light on me why I called. The woman I was talking to, the woman is around 54 years. On him say, you do me light that you can call a customer service. She doesn't know. It is normal, like suffering, like struggling in this country. It has become a normal life.
Of course.
It's like, yeah, I don't know whether we are in Jimbium. Like, the embassy be some say. My question is,
yeah, what's your question?
Yeah, my question is, what are you going to do? What plan do you have for transportation, public transportation? Because obehu tema, mimi what tema, obehu nkrofo ma po ejuma, ma be ejuma o from opa ma po ejuma, and before they return home, so move join the queue, a long queue waiting for truck before they go, and it's not free. It is not free.
Now, free trotro and any free. Trotro is the last thing you get for free. Okay. That's another thing. So let me ask you a question. So, we want to move forward because we have a lot of people on there. So listen, and this is why I tell people, say, John Mahama's ethic of a 24-hour economy is a joke. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The NDC don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about, because the number one thing you need to establish in any economy to be successful is mass transit. Mass transit here, buses, trains, rail, rapid rail, waterways, planes, wouldn't to me move people. If you can't move the people, you can't move the commerce. If you can't move the commerce, you don't have the economy. So, it's 10 o'clock now, church for Aquadano. Church or see a running a shift. I mean, think about it. So, church or no running a shift, a better than Uncle you want before Uber. Oh, really? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Mr. Muhammad doesn't know what he's talking about. And you could tell, Mrs. Samir Uku, Sami Jemfine, Mosquito New Kujeta Black and one about 24-hour economy now. You could tell how empty the almost kind of it doesn't make any kind of sense, because they don't know what they're talking about. And tell them I said that. Almost person almost challenging me right now. I'll teach them a thing or two about what 24-hour economy is. They don't know what they're talking about. It's as simple as that. What we're going to do is we're going to build a mass transit system. If you don't build a mass transit system, and Ghana is one of the easiest places to build a mass transit system, because we don't have skyscrapers, we don't have underground tunnels. Your tunnel system, underground, is free. When we bring the machinery in, we start hoeing the place, we will dig the place up, and we'll put all the systems in at one time. It's going to be a lot of money, but we have to do it, because we won't be able to build the 21st century city life. No, building 70 stories up into yet. Until you put two SaaS systems in there together, then we put the stilts. Your afraid be stilts. Yeah, they are into time bani erect vertical structures. Now we just put it on the stilts and erect it. So these guys are talking about 20. They're talking about, say, a better toilets near you legalize you kada near poultry farms. This is not where their minds are, man. These guys are in the 20th century.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to do. We have to listen. We cannot. Lucky. Build the first thing we have to do is build the network. So build a network for fast rail, trains, buses, build it. Because everywhere in the city, all the way up onto Dodowani or Yarifa, we should be able to reach with transit. So we're free Heathrow, Terminal 5. Now we'll call Cockfosters on the other side of Piccadilly Liner. A longer saying from Accra, Jamestown to Oyarifa. A longer sensor. Inti adani intuminfa subways and fa Ghana Assyrian all these you bet you put two lines through. Said ye Obia war Ghana no. because they say we're experiencing high congestions and it's going to get worse. Into pollution, no crazy travel. Until we're going from fossil fuels to electric cars. Into the best substitution, no say yeah, mass transit. Mass transit, yeah, trams are use electric. Yeah, trains, underground subway are use electric. Yeah, bullet trains are use electric. So into use electric, then we get off the fossil fuels.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yanko to Songhai Empire. Go ahead.
Yes, right. First of all, I'm gonna commend you for the great job you're doing, right? But my first question to you, well, is it a question? What's your slogan for us to be able to campaign for you? You don't have slogan yet,
Truth alone stands.
Right. Okay. But anyway, my question is about the economy, right? You did mention a lot of things that I agree with you 100% in terms of stabilizing our currency, and also adding value-added tasks to our homegrown production. But here is the problem I have with that, what you said. Already, Ghana is the second largest cocoa producer in the whole world, and we are first in gold production as well. So why haven't we capitalized on that and pin our city to that, so that can control our currency? But here is what I think the problem is. Everything you said is true. Everything you said is true.
Okay.
But I don't see the future of what do you call economic freedom yet, until we as Ghanaians, we cut ourselves off the dollar completely, and then demand the outside world to buy our gold with our currency, the Ghana cedi. Okay, this is how we stabilize our currency, because we are number one in cocoa producer, number two or number one in gold production. So we can demand the outside world to buy our gold with our currency. And we also have to separate ourselves from the IMF. And this is where my question comes in. What is your stand with the international banking system, IMF, and the International Monetary Fund, what do you call it, the World Bank? How do we stand with them? How do we deal with them with our already borrowed money that we've taken from them? Are we going to get to a point that we say, no, we're not paying a penny, and we want to cut ourselves off and demand the Ghana Commercial Bank to establish a system, because our currency is not international, for us to use our local currency in Ghana?
Bank of Ghana, not Ghana Commercial Bank. Bank
of Ghana, yeah. So, all right. That is my question.
All right, so good. So the first thing is for us to wean ourselves off Bretton Woods, we first have to sustain this economy. The way we're going to sustain the economy, like I said before, is we need to take the output from agriculture and feed it to the agro-based industries. Okay, so you feed it to the agro-based industries because we have to eat. We don't have food security yet. That's the first thing we need to establish. So once the economy, the people in this economy can eat, we attain food security. And even before food security, we add value to the produce from the agro-based industries. Then we can export it, because the sad reality is our, I don't want to call them leaders, our position holders have signed off our gold and our oil and our cocoa. Before we even get our gold and cocoa, we already exhausted all the monies from it. You see? Oh, why is this? Oh gosh, this thing is so upsetting. Okay, so what we need to do is First, invest heavily with whatever we got into agriculture. Take the output, add value once we put it in the agro-based industries. And then, number one, sustain our levels in terms of debt. Because you see, with our debt levels right now, if we don't bring our debt levels down to manageable levels, they're going to take away the country from us because we have mismanaged it. So that's the first we need to do. We need to bring the debt levels to manageable levels as we pay it off and invest in what we call a horizontal integration. Build factories and industries. And then the output from that, we add value, we export, we get more foreign exchange reserves, and we increase our horizontal integrations and do more production. And then we go to the next level of production, which is domestic market. Everything we put money in domestically has to be done locally so that we can reverse the output of dollars from our forex, because that's what is bringing the cedi down. If we reverse the output of dollars from our forex by taking everything locally, then we pay with the cedi. The worthless cedi is finally worth something because we use it locally. If we're buying everything locally, then we don't need forex. So then the little forex that's left in our central bank could be left there. That gives us weight. We pay our debts, and gradually we emerge from the shadows and be self-sufficient. That's the way you do it. You can't, this is not something you go and you want to fight this thing. You can't, because you owe so much money in debt. 840 billion cedis. That's a big lump. It would choke you. You have to find a way to bite-size it so you don't get choked. And that's the smart way to do it. See, these guys have already signed the contracts. So you're not going to be able to go in fighting. No, you can't. They've given us away already. We all prodigal children.
Yeah. Sorry to interject here. I know you said one question for each person, but I'm not going to ask a question again. I'm just suggesting something. Do you not think it's about time African leaders on the continent come together to demand to refuse to pay this debt that we owe them for colonial reparation?
No, because it was done amicably. The people you were asking to say no to the paying the debts went in and begged for the debts. Look at Akufo-Addo begging Volinsky for help in his nice, beautiful suit. You know, his suit is cool, but he's begging. You see, so you can't now turn around and say, listen, I came to you to beg yesterday. Now I changed my mind. I'm not going to pay the debt. Now that you can't do that. You break a lot of relationships diplomatically like that. We don't want to break relationships because this is the time that we're going to need people to collaborate with us on a lot of things because of the speed at which we want to build. Okay, so we want to make friends. We don't want to make enemies, but we want to build independence with our sovereignty and not be dependent. So there are a lot of moving parts. But you don't want to do that being hated by everybody. You want to do that with respect and dignity and being liked, not loved, but being respected. You see, so there are ways that you do this because you don't also want to push yourself into a corner. It's a tricky world out there with the new de-dollarization happen with the BRICS. If you want to go work with the BRICS, then you can't disrespect the BRICS. And our debts, with the debts, we owe China the most. So for the same people, you're going to go ultimately maybe for some kind of collaboration. You don't want to burn that bridge. You see what I'm saying? It's more so now that we're going to move away from the American dominance G7 to the China dominant BRICS. That's the direction because their way of doing business is more favorable to Africa.
Very good. That's the point I was trying to make because when I was saying to fight the debt, I was actually referring to the West, who has taken advantage of our systems for far too long, and we keep laying in bed with them, thinking that one day they're gonna wake up and say, oh, but this is a strategic chess game that we're playing with these people.
Very
We
strategic.
cannot win with them. So it's about time we give them the finger and tell them, okay, there's an alternative right now. So we want to lay in bed with those who are friendly and a little bit fairer.
The thing is, you don't want to give anybody the finger because you don't have to. You just have to take what is yours and stick your place in the world of business, because big as China is, profitable and successful as China is, they need us with certain things. So you just have to position yourself that, hey, we're going to work. You have 1,000 times more than I do, but you're still going to respect me for my position. And even if we're going to end up working with the West, which we intend to work with them, but the relationship, the way the tables used to be, will change. It's not going to be the same relationship. It's going to be a relationship of equitable respect. You see? So you're not going to come into our domain telling us what you're going to give us. We're going to sit at the table and you're going to respect what we want. If you could give us that, then we work. If you cannot, then we go to where they could give us what we want. That's all. You don't need to give anybody the finger.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get a slogan that will the local people will be familiar with. Something like that. Let's make it radical.
I say New Vision Movement.
Yeah.
A new Vim. Somebody called me from New York and said, a new Vim, yen TJ. A new Vim, yen TJ. So, this thing is evolving. The excitement is open so many doors in terms of how people interpret truth alone stands. That's good. Obviously, new Vim, New Vision Movement, and a new Vim. Wafaya from Virginia called me and said that. Wafaya, we thank you so much for new Vim.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to go down now and then you can get somebody on.
Thank you. Let's go to ZayTV. ZayTV, talk to me.
Hi, Mr. Kofi. Good evening.
What's your question, big man?
Yeah, my question is, Sisiano, we are fed up of the big parties, which is NPP and NDC.
More fed up. Listen, say about it, not to cut you off. You come in a second.
Yeah, but they're not.
Hold on. Yes, Ramo. They say, sponsor a billboard. Obia me sponsor billboard. More Bruce, more Ghana, more baby. Obia fret your line no 059-999-5120. Now umbe sponsor a billboard. Billboard no wama you need now the prices are back. Inti wo fra o say me pe northern region. Billboards no prices be the woman near catch o say my fair no near do dia boasie sponsored by ZayTV. Now be here say hey my minipa Zay on no sponsor di sane no. They say mo bia meka any NDC PP put your money where your mouth is, man. Zay, talk to me. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, back to my question. Then I mention I say constitution a paved way with say ye elect say obey president. I was say unya ministers no 60%. I think either 60% or whatever percent. I don't really remember.
50.
Yeah, 50% from parliament. But what if in case you don't have that 50%? Where are you going to get the rest of the ministers from to make up the 50% from parliament? Because I've been thinking about this, that okay, those people that we said we are fed up of, are they not the same person you will go back to them to select from?
All right. Inti, when you I cannot see say, okay, Inti, this is the situation. Zay, Obia or parliament bia a committee say or 7 in my Ghana. Inti, here comes a president or say, Mr. ZayTV, opese wo serve oh my Ghana, we MPP ni, we NDC ni, but bra, beboa yen yen serve Ghana. Obeka so ma. That's all. There are a lot of MPP for, a lot of NDC for, they are kosuno, woman pe, and so woman to men can. Because I did way I say mafia, oko kase, won ka hon bia. Yama osika we di binintino, ye be you free ho. But there are a lot of people that want me good that you bet me I ham peke womu. Now, system ye the better place, no, we a criminal won't men function womb. And then I am pese Ghana 40 and let me prove it to you. Obia Ghana 4 P or honoma, ebi abakasi on pay juma or ya quadro, ebi crow for ebi or ya chrono or bokrono, or do a breachida, ne chrono into me ma. Ne laziness into me ma, because systems ya or hono. Uko show say we lazy, you be you at your channel bonting into your pa or a perfect person. Obedu Ghana no ko minister pe no aye kronfo because Ghana the systems in niha no me constructing nipa. Into systems make a difference. Systems. It make a difference.
Thank you.
It's the meme bano aye systems. Science-based, data-driven, human-centered systems na ano shit. Nti we me found say we criminal and family we a criminal emra bedi into pa bokro no wo papa dem for life ye the edo be famu no wa na aka so wo mo wo kro no wo be ma hye mu wo me ma out sana bruni tie Ghana 4P wo hon ma ebi o mo bokro no enso wo mudu abruchira o mo kro no na da obeye papa sa no de abagana obagana or drive cry red light no atwam o wa abruchira onye because when say systems no ni bedi nti eno ane say ye be ma systems na ye adwuma systems ni ye adwuma ho Ghana 4 what's the Ghana 4 and stubborn Ghana 4 yes stubborn Ghana 4 yes stubborn. The best people in the world, systems, and be you or papa by one time. The same way they are monche. Monche the baby see what a baby says in it. Ubedru Ghana, when you be cast across, hey, not in Ghana for you good, sir. Me jam while I turn the cam cross and the brave me fee. Ghana nipa, the same way they are monche. Systems, it changing nipa, rough. Now, systems need Nihonma, na ye children of a lesser God. Ebesisano. Yeda Seminia. Yenko, who's the next person? Aqua Obodai. Comrade, you on the mic. Talk to
Comrade.
me. That is saying.
Comrade, let's start your feet. Oja, 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 Oja.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
comrade, enumere mawajo, ene jumedi papa o ye maye. My question about judiciary. Sisi a omaye womi emre bia ne wa eye adwuma. Emre eye adwuma so eye adwuma bo omampani na pamfo ho ban. Ina mebru no omo die ko jail anyhow. Na me question is say nyankopon ya adom na new vision movement ye ba aban mu a Ministry of Justice any Attorney General Department how are you going to deal with it because as you speak together inti aban ne person obo okwadu a wunya otwitwaje fo biara nemom se ekoba ne se bia ya timu a se asema aban de to so no kware a.
Okay, I'm say aqua fidie no I don't know. But the okano no cre ye ba be segregate and no free the presidency.
Ministry of Justice bit number in your favor. Until then I'll be
Yeah. Yeah, Bema Public Service Commission no and a be appointed a friend saying Ministry of Justice for impending for a year Supreme Court judge near in Emma and yet president now appointed. So matriculation never from a Public Service Commission with the Supreme Court establishment, woman be Supreme Court judge, and yet president no way. They are not loyal to a president. When you're loyal to a president, Emrebia will be the loyalties to the Ghanaian people and yet to the presidency. And the Intia chrono abemu, and this is another thing. NDC bar no abeyi Supreme Court judges we NDPP bar na I say contest. Sa ebeye an entity truly independent president any ho asem ka na yebe cape the number of Supreme Court judges as I say at any time. Nina such changes na back into the constitutional change in a so baba investigate you be near cleaning out the system. Ubia wo red flag be war so for case be when in a year and I said BBA anto ye be we're gonna pull it up. You'll be pulling it up and see Masa, this is gonna be the biggest your friends say administration with investigations here by a third party because we have to purge the system of wrongdoing once and for all. So the Ghana Chibiu me say me baba the executioner in chief. We're gonna literally let the axe come down on people. Where the bonia jine masa because ba. So I tell na ye fasting because the eba and this is so you be cleaning out system no. I won't lie. We're gonna clean it out. And the judiciary is gonna be clean as a whistle, man. You bet. And the entire important they say enipanya ejidie ewo judiciary mua ema omaini jina penting ejina yi. So womunya feeling be say judicial no partial to some interest group and ubi pe ema omaino ase and shut down konenim. So businesses crampo be and say you be dear tiano, you be dear boy, they be ye per se a ye truly independent. President no crash rule say, hey, me ko ye say ya hanami huakoka. Yet me be jinaho aye inti sani per se. And I'll be
so comrade Metuasia na say Ube separating Ministry of Justice Nefri Attorney General Department.
Absolutely. You now before Public Service Commission. You now before Public Service Commission, Ministry of Justice. Nti akwa ye no we nti ye call into who do we have? Afritude, talk to me. Afritude, talk to me. You're on the mic. Afritude. Okay, so I should get.
Sorry, I was trying to find the unmute and button. I'm driving.
No problem.
Sorry, I can't go deep in the tree because
No problem.
I can understand it. Yes. So I've come I've come across quite a few videos of yours, and I really like the stuff that you have been saying. I just wanted to ask you a question. Who is Kofi Koranteng? I ask that because everybody comes to, we are kind of burnt, you know what I mean? And everybody comes to say a sob story. Everybody comes to say, they come and give promises and stuff like that. And I usually listen to you on your lives, but I don't really get the tree. So when you went on, I think you went on a program and Anonymous, recorded you and stuff, and you were speaking mostly English and stuff. So I really, connected with the stuff that you were saying. But I wanted to know, who is Kofi Koranteng, in the sense that what have you done? It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be major, but how have you lived your life that if given this kind of power, you know, you would have the discipline to do what you say that you are going to do?
All right.
So,
Okay. So good. So you could put your phone on mute.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So thank you so much for the question. So my name is Kofi Koranteng. Born at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I lived in Accra lived in Ghana for about 16 years before I moved to London. I went to school at Agri Memorial International on the Ringway, next to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Went to University Primary at Cape Coast. Went to Garrison Primary in Kumasi, sat common entrance, went to Odisado College, and then went to London at 16. Then lived most of my life in New York. My background is in finance and engineering. I've done pro bono work, representing a lot of Ghanaians. I'm a medical proxy for a lot of Ghanaians in America. And I've done some, represent Ghanaians generally for their lifestyle issues in court. I brought in a team of experts to do an assessment on the toll systems in Ghana to toll all the roads, so we'll be able to use the income to build all the roads, 78,000 kilometers of roads in Ghana, at my own expense. I also wrote a white paper to change the tax code of Ghana, make it progressive. They took bits and pieces of it, didn't make anything of it. I also invited the Oil and Gas Expo companies around the world to come into Converge in Ghana when Ghana was having an oil and gas explosion. Just before Atta Mills died, the deal was approved. Atta Mills died and it was truncated. Then in 2017, I came to a diaspora conference and something huge happened. I had a standoff with the Deputy Minister, Mkanlinsi. My standoff went viral. A lot of people advised me to run for president. I came back to New York and found out that I didn't have a base. So started investigating, and I found out that the Ghanaians around the world in the diaspora could not vote. So started a campaign to get Ghanaians to vote, found out that there was a law that had been assented in 2006, but had not been implemented. So I started a campaign to get that law implemented, took the Electoral Commission and the Ghana Attorney General to court, won the case against the Electoral Commission and the Attorney General in court in 2018, thereabouts. So we won the case, but up until today, even though the courts gave the Electoral Commissioner and their commissioners an order of mandamus, it has not been implemented. And I run for I renounced my U.S. citizenship in 2000, prior to the 2020 election, moved to Ghana in 2019, run for president, but they disqualified me because they had planned out that people were starting to listen to me. My message was gaining traction. So in the Ejapadia document on page 26, they specified that they had to take me off the ballot, which they successfully did. Electoral Commissioner said I forged signatures, which I haven't done. I'm a principal of the federal government for 24 years, didn't even have a citation for error. So my record is clean. I have U4 forms that could be checked as a public record in the US. So to forge a signature in Ghana is like almost ridiculous thing. Incidentally, they gave me back my 100,000 CD filing fee, which they said, well, we disqualify you, but get your money. You're not really a criminal, but we don't want you on a ballot, so get out of here. So I'm running again 2024, and I know for a fact that I am more qualified than any candidate who's presented themselves for parliament, for presidency of Ghana 2024, because I understand the problems of Ghana thoroughly, more than anybody else. And if you have a question for me regarding the economy, regarding how to solve surgically remove and truncate the problems of Ghana to get Ghana on its feet again, please ask it, and you will know that truly I am the candidate for presidency. Nobody running for president have proposed that they're going to change the constitution, eradicate corruption, and institute a national development plan with a definitive explanation as I have put out, because they know that if they can do these three things, it would mean it will affect them. Nobody have said that they're going to strip the exemptions that the presidency has, because they know it takes the power out of the presidency and it will make them vulnerable. I have said it. That's why I know that just with those things alone, there's nobody who comes close to understanding the problems of Ghana and knowing how to fix it than Kofi Koranteng. And that's why we're here tonight. I'm meeting the youth for them to ask me questions, for them to know conclusively in their heads that Kofi Koranteng is the only one who could redeem Ghana. And that's a fact. So hopefully that introduction answered some questions for you. And if you have more, I am willing to take more.
Yes, I really, really appreciate that you took the time to, to tell me who you are. And it's brought more clarity, because like I said, I've seen nuggets of, videos of yourself, and I kind of have an idea of, you seem intelligent and seem to know what you're talking about. I'm not always able to dissect the tree, but I get it. And I think I found out where we can also donate. I'm in the diaspora, so I just wanted to understand so that I can help spread the word as well over here. Unfortunately, if you can add a little English in your videos, it will help some of the airways and the other people in the diaspora that, don't understand.
I am glad you say this to the audience on TikTok right now, because when I started this program this evening, somebody came in the first 2 minutes. Stop talking like a Kufuado. You see? So I'm glad you are demanding that of me. Appreciate it.
Because me and crying and tree no maintain to me tip, but maintain deep. What you say? So can you be Jimmy? Yes. Inje also ke krobo.
Osu, yeah, blue rubber.
That be Oh, they're in the also markets, but
yeah,
in the blue rubber.
Yeah. Also nice market.
Oh, Beckham Bama because come in GENIO. Come in GENIO. Thank you so much. No problem. But you are going to have my vote. I'm impressed with how you've humbly come on TikTok and talk to all of us and everything. So big up. Thank you.
Thank you. Spread the word.
We will.
Thank you so much. So yes, that's my god sister right there. In case you guys didn't know. Let's go to attitude. Attitude by. Oh wait, we just finished with her, right? Okay, so let's go to who? London. London says girl. Okay. Okay.
I hope you can hear me. Good. I'm going to speak English. I've got five.
Baby, I'm gonna me and you're fine crowds. Is it bro? Okay,
but I will be able to actually put it nail it down in English.
Go ahead. Feel free, man.
Yeah.
Feel free. I'm not messing with
I'm just going to go straight to the point. My four major concerns facing the country at the moment is one is the natural resources, such as the gold mine being sold, and then secondly, the lithium also being discovered, also being sold, and then now comes to the electricity corporation that is also sold, and also the oil refinery not being active, such as the National Petroleum Company also being sidelined as also sold. My question to you is, when you become president, as these are the base for the country to be on its own feet, what are you going to do about it?
All right, so it's very simple. Listen, we're going to go after, I suspect, okay, that most of these contracts have been constructed erroneously and it doesn't meet compliance. That's what I suspect based on the little that I've seen. So we're going to abrogate and we're going to cancel some, we're going to abrogate, we're going to pull out of some, and some we're going to have to renegotiate. But unfortunately, I can't tell you in detail what we're going to do because it's very sensitive what we plan on doing.
I understand that.
But we're going to go at it like you won't believe because, you see, we have a nationalist agenda. We are hybrid. Our way of governance is the Ghanaian way. It's not a democratic, it's not a socialist, it's not a capitalist. It's a hybrid system. It's a hybrid system that's bespoke for Ghanaians, consistent with our culture, our needs, our environment, and that which we want as a people. So it's going to be very tailor-made to us. But we're going to be able to take the goods of all the other societies and cultures and economies and put it in ours and see how that works for us because we've learned a lot from it. So it's going to be a hybrid system, we see. But it's definitely not going to be a system where people are selling Ghanaian assets to foreigners. No, we're gonna reverse everything that we can reverse so it becomes state-owned for the people of Ghana.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because the reason why I was asking you this question, I remember some time back you were on a certain guy's live but wasn't able to come in. And I've listened to all the candidates. None of them are making mention of this stuff I've actually
because they don't know.
Asked you.
They don't know.
For the country to actually move forward, you need something solid as a backbone that you can make money off. Yeah. And this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this clarity. Yeah.
And for everybody who, I'm glad you brought this thing up. Everybody's heard the news about Brian Champong buying SNIT hotels in Ghana. And everybody, the argument is being made by different interest groups about, well, the government cannot run these hotels properly, so it makes sense for Brian Champon to buy them at premium so that the government will make money because the government is running losses. That's the dumbest argument anybody can make. And let me tell you
exactly the same way.
The people that Brian Champon is going to get to manage his hotels profitably can be the same people the Ghana government can train and develop to manage the state hotels. So why can't we do that?
Yeah. The same, this is what happened to the state transport system. The same thing that happened to Ghana Airways. The same thing that happened to Last Star Line.
The government makes and sells everything off to private, and it's the same people. And we need to go back 67 years. We're going to go back 67 years and look at the records. Don't worry.
We need ownership. Now you're talking my language. I really like you now, because before I've been listening to everybody and I'm thinking these guys are not really going deep. Not going deep.
We're going to go back 67 years since independence, and we're going to roll the clock back.
And I really want to applaud you on this one, because let me tell you, if you look at what is happening in Africa today, I believe that Ghana is going to be the light of Africa now. Just like the way Nkrumah did it and everybody followed. And you've got my blessing. You got my blessing.
Don't understand. Listen, let me tell you, and I'm not saying that because you're saying it, but that's the truth. What you're saying is the truth. We have the best opportunity to emerge from the shadows. We are in the middle of the biggest Francophone economy, which is Ivory Coast. We're in the middle of the biggest Anglophone economy, which is Nigeria. In the next 15, 20 years, there are going to be 500 million people living in this domain, this area, and they don't have any services. The average age of a Nigerian is 17 years old. The average age of a Ghanaian is 21 years old. So by sheer economic osmosis, people are moving from Nigeria and they're going to eat up our market. If we do not, hey, Ghana, man, these guys, man.
Well, I like the spark. I like the spark you've created, and I hope the youth will understand that. Look, it's not about your stomach and then handouts, but you need to make a decision and go with the right individual.
Nobody as prepared. There's nobody who knows what's going on with the new geopolitics, the new world order. These guys are clueless. Tell them I said it. They are clueless. Mahama is clueless. Bawumia is clueless. And Chemante. They don't know what is going on. They're just talking Okada and come on, man. They can't.
Toilet.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, man, these guys.
Well, I'm gonna go off now so you can pick somebody. Thank you for nailing these points for me, and I'm really satisfied with that. But go hard on these people, man. We need to take ownership.
We just need the support. We just need the support. We need you to get everybody to get on this bandwagon. Kofi Koranteng 2024. That's it. We turn this thing around. The whole Africa is going to change from Ghana. Just watch.
100%.
Ghana is going to be the Dubai of Africa. I promise you. Just watch.
Amen. Amen.
Just watch. Richie Wonder, talk to me. What's your question? Richie, what's your question?
Yeah, I'm coming on. My question, thank you for picking me up. And at the same time, you are so a wonderful man. You know, I've been waiting to see somebody like you to come out of Ghana. You know, to save Ghana. And I really want to reserve my vote for you. Even though it will take me 10 years, 15 years, I will never vote for any other candidate except you. Because I've seen that picture, I've seen that kind of Nkrumah in you, you know. I've seen that Nkrumah in you.
Thank you.
You've got the Nkrumah vision, you know. Nkrumah, the day Nkrumah died, that was the same day I was born. I wish I feel like I was the Nkrumah that has really come out. You see, the vision that you have, reincarnation. I felt like I really want to continue what Nkrumah did and do more than what even Nkrumah did. Okay, now, sa o party ni dina o party no edino the person so we be ya jump person change edino. Yes, person change it because edino susum bianta powerful. That's how I'm saying it. Yeah, it's not powerful.
They're powerful.
Meaning who say you have to bring this, Ghana need economic freedom. That is what we are fighting for, economic freedom. And this is how I want you to bring it up. You can change it to EFP, Economic Freedom Party. Change it to Economic Freedom Party. You see this, the West. Let's come back to Europe. On say Europe, during the 60s, 70s, and when did they start changing their currencies? You see, they all joined together and formed this euro money. Why they formed this money was not for any other thing than this is just for economic freedom. They don't want Africa to have economic freedom. So they use this money to tag our resources just to get our resources. They team up for this money just for our resources. America too, the same thing. They bring up this dollar to make use of this dollar to go for our resources. That's what they planned for. Europe did this thing just to go for our resources, because if they don't do that, they cannot come for our resources. Because supposing maybe
can we set vessel what is contained in the vessel you can't see on the outside. So say mama bottle makata ho na wunhu de wo nam de pito na aguma wunimo wunhu abaka se o bella pa bottle nso na bia pito ne gum ebia na ensefu
exactly
ebia na appetition ne gum inti de make can say what can yam corner to say, because economic freedom inti na me waha, because we need economic dominance we need no inti me de no. It's not just economic freedom, economic dominance. So we're taking it to a whole different level. Into the American said, "They are can you? You have fanya juma, but we don't have to tell everybody say pito negua dim. But the woman who is saying so the American say, because they say we're 5 months away from election. The danger with people's mind, they say, we change BBI, we confuse them. Into a big cry, who say a political entity no na so because e bibi foforo nti say one more imagine so omo kwoto am new vision movement ne yom bedru ho na ye say economic freedom on because bibi foforo on because e bia malema no waba we free South Africa aba Ghana nti ono no ye ntoma no so na bia ye ne friends into the my raffle feathers no the baby nam no ye mo ho na mum ye hu no ye hu say ye the economic freedom agenda na ne ye deba any dominance. So
okay.
You're normal.
Okay. My next question is to say, Argentina, Ghana, your foreign reserves are in dollars. Are we fools? Why is it our foreign reserves are in dollars?
The attorney said, "We won't be until we be out there." What they jeans who are taught domedo are who nam did that. Then 80% of your exports here gold, oil, any cocoa. Nina no any control markets no. Wono then would need reserve ne de yen to me and untina minia to was netia sama making. And untina say Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Womate womo ho a womo de-dollarize no. A good opportunity say ye be kwakọ womo. But won't mean 50 when you have a weak economy like ours. As I said, you to me relevant in your space because you're strategic and you're work in the world, in Africa. So, you're relevant. Name backpacking your reserves in gold because the new world order is saying, Nyama minua ya didn't come gold and oil, mostly gold. Wouldn't gold reserves now? What can be beer foul at Intino, this is an opportunity for us to stack up on the gold. With your gold reserves, no, BRICS invites us to the table, we become relevant. Now, the SAA and NIA. They say, we won't make kasa because deal no almost signing here to make dollar the currency for trade, and yet, one more canona, moti a crabia say, a ring cotton, munim dear, cosono, approve deal. Inti, they say, the only way between is a woman approve deal, the now, I don't know, and just say, we go into it blindly. Say, dollar crampo near you, sucrampo near export to be mandate. But you need table of some conversation, no. So, inti a honor necessary you're turning your around. Na you bring your control over your resources. Yeah, ton yeah, add value. Obi better we don't care what currency they are using. It doesn't have to be seized. Maybe the end say mutio for mutie. The world commodities markets, currency for trade, does not have to be cities. Currency be a pese and more menye, but me pese me a major producer. Moto mo nneoma pii ne efiri me ho. Se mo moto mo nneoma pii ne firi me ho na mo se mo currency kra na mo de ma me kra mpo a. Se moto ade ne firi me ho. Nti boka se mo currency no 1,000 cedis to $1. And I say me ti wanam si okay matia mama can mate okay 1,000 cedis to $1. They say fufu £1 be a beton 1,000 cedis. If only be hu de mo bedi. Some mo de mo peno mo mama value. Me na me ton ade no. Nti say mo set price na. Me ton no me raise no to price na mo set no. But you dey make am what you say. You see,
exactly.
Control now, no, you become irrelevant because say what don't be there. It doesn't matter so one person in yen, in dollars, in francs, in sterling, and fire because no raise What about for my idea about from CPA? Because we have the cheese. Now say one producer here there. And you wouldn't be relevant. The consciousness should not be to say, yeah, pretty say CD never cost no. A level 1 thinking. They say young crop we good parliament, and one level 1 thinkers may come on here. The thinking should be say, you have the goodies. If you have the goodies, you don't care who is raising the pound, the dollar, the dear. You have the goodies. What do you raising no? Dear Mopebia. Movie mo say send on me say okrano they say adiasa me koda menton oh now ton mesro ton oh there be menton adiasa now we dia omo ho mo akoda wo so yan pa mu da so gina ha ene mo gina de ene meton say wo mu hia nti won beto na say won control hia won the costra na when your headache won the bafoma na wa ye basa so nti the consciousness is to be relevant. Produce something. Who produces something now? Woman to men no because who the wukra adieno. You have life. Inti that's the conscience. Inti that's say you call the next person ho na yenye Richie that's say great questions.
Okay.
Mustafa.
Good evening. Yeah, Dr. Kofi me does say one mommy a queen yowie.
Dr. Misro, we are my walk on it.
There be who saying doctor. I drink good, you know, who saying doctor. Yeah, me does a fast one mama queen Ebiana. I feel who bet no guano so mean your pine crown and match your good morning, crazy.
Listen. The way we are going to lead is going to be totally different than anything you've seen. What the best of your money? 99% of your problems, no, Ghana ha, in your bridge. Me make because if you have to say your can't, me some of them will be.
Debbie, me since day one, me ba across way plans Ghana no seriously come preocupe because since I'm sorry me who MPP NDC any other parties no me share party leader bia just what can some man come sada zero ena nipa all can some say idea all can di twan trokra no a uti nenum nsem se na osi address issue no a wo obehu se no idea nipa yi kan oni hunya nimdie bia because you put two question any corner any angle we are no without so and you know me the one I'm sure me soon catch me say we for Ghana and empire and come bopans and come wo to me be pa na come me the way super cope
who to me no to me and say talk to people, that's all. Talk to people.
You go so. Yeah,
that's it. Go ahead. The question is saying,
me question ye me no. Ni di kan
people soon to Mr. Obako.
Tutu.
Koso.
Sa galamse ya say nsuo ni ya say asase ni nsuo. Na masema mi bisa say se nyame adom na se Ghana for the amambuo ni hye won sa you want to me put no hold so we bet me put no hold a we be ne sen
we can me
put no hold like we put mine no ye ya na ye dia ye be jai ye dia hye egu ya asase so
eno an waka no ye be put moratorium. Let me tell you why. We want the land to heal because we have to eat from the land. Number one, until we have to do land reclamation. Said the land no you bring the back because the land they say. And number two, no, making. If we strategy and say you always want to mine your natural resources, because natural resources be a finite. You have to develop the mind. The human capital now ubetumi de atene wiase enya wo natural resource. Natural resource no should be a supplement. It shouldn't be the goal. It should be a supplement to maybe once in a while be no release kakra and also the more control. Enya sim na na yeka.
That's way you me no. Yeah, na me pese me hu say ade e betumi aba so a because ye dia enti
one time
yeah
say one time
yeah ne to su mi no say na be obi so beba ye low shedding issue e akoye bibia e wo enti a plan ben na wo for say uba
the problem is not because there was a lack of power. The problem has always been said a mismanagement problem and a lack of power. We have enough power. You need enough power and the be neighboring countries. See the be rented at the Mahai. Inti adena you need enough near the be Mahai. Inti a lack of power, a mismanagement. Because independent power producers na fight over. Say one more budget power na free ECG hon one beton Ghana for aboarding. Inti a ministers ne parliamentarians ne government officials na woma down woman independent power producers to say the Brana Champong adan ho hotel magnate or they to yen hotels so or pay no profitable. That's what they do, and this how that's into the be episode your minister be episode of parliament and chrono no sa. So inti what we're going to do is say we're going to take a look at one more viability in terms of IPP, independent power producers. No, most of them we don't need. Yeah, but nationalizing no. ECG say okay. Inti muntie me argument too. Say Ghana ni etumi dane no ho as an independent power producer. Now the argument ne say mamenye power no mamenye steer no mamenye steer ni free ECG ho na me amen rival na menye ni effective. Aden na sankrofo na womo ye outside of ECG a womo ye effective no Yentumi training crofo near formation into ECG. No one run the power no effectively and efficiently my bro. They create pocket companies normally a repu Ghana. Say somehow and all of a sudden no or yeah when you loopholes ni 90 we create a ubia or yeah bunch a choba they be or se bunch a kotoba and be a say nti banchi de enyo so de Kofi Koranteng se banchi ne nya ye de be wo fufu or choba ha and now de wo de banchi ni Kofi akwo fufu ye de banchi ne ba se enye no packet nche we de enye so eja akosua fagu me ho a me de be Kofi sa ja enye yam twen fa wo fufu udi Kofi akwo fufu nti tware na choba ho de ntwen fa sa banchi ne wo fufu is a choba una no na udi na bro and that's the same thing that's happening with the ECG nti ye be yi wo mu na afri ho mo de mo hwe de ba beba wo mu eh me ya mesre ko yeah thank you yemko when ye wo no ye wo ENK me mame initials me mame ye EKN Elizabeth Kwakwanyante now so ye ENK talk to me. Me mame ore me nkasa okay me mame boa no ho no yemko Pa William talk to me. Pa William, wadana. Okay. Mystical, line up the last 8. Now you me. Oi. Okay. Yemko Eve Koranteng. Hey.
Mr. Koranteng.
Eve, sister from another mother. What's good?
You are my name. Let me tell you something. I love you. I love your ideas. But Ghanaian youth, they are enjoying the poverty. I'm telling you. Sometimes me go TikTok. Now me share the way they are supporting these people. It breaks my heart because I know what is going on. Me and Ghana, we know what is going on, but the people don't know, and they are not ready to accept the change. Let me tell you, we support you, but most of them are not ready for the change. Most of them.
Eve, go ahead.
Most of them are not ready. Look at what is going on in Burkina Faso. There's been a massive transformation. Because there's a young guy in play. Senegal, young guy. Bagana, you better go to Amakukrafona. No matter and our children are the ones suffering. Your money, bro.
Yeah, there's going to be a change.
Ghana, I don't know what is wrong with us. Kenya, what revolution is for Kenya? No?
Yes.
But Ghana for no. I don't know what is wrong with the youth. Or people could say, maybe me mama will make 20 people, me papa will make 20 things, me don't want to make vote to mom. But this person doesn't even have one CD. I want the bottom.
And I make us say, listen, I was for Muntia Simbi. The most important thing is not to get frustrated by people who are not willing to change their minds. Put your energy to good use.
Thank you.
Look for people who are looking for you. Talk to people who are already looking for you. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. If all the conscious people became proactive, we will turn the dial. So I don't need you to focus or worry about or stress about anybody else who's not willing to fall in line with in thinking. Focus on the people who are willing to listen and change their stance, and we will change this thing with them.
Okay. I have a question. My problem is the way churches are coming up in Ghana, right? It's people are not thinking straight anymore. The only thing they do is Monday and then they are in church. Please, if you become a president, I want you to ban all those churches for me. Ban them and open factory for those people to go and work. Instead of going to church, let them go and work, please.
Okay, Eve. Netiana said. Eve. Netiana said. Eve. Netiana said. Oh here, any hopelessness. Na Emma nipa ekotna asori dem. Because womu here say obi beka bibi achire womo na at least woman fall into the pits of woman depression. So because Ghana Nkrofo P run into depression, but woman because we say Ghana and diagnosis are sociological pathways. No, but you say yema ubia ejuma, ubia wo baby ordinity to yenum light. Yenum nsuo obiara ni gye sɛdeɛ ne nsa kɔ n'ano because obiara will be here 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. Oh yeah, Juma at your family. That ben now be your time sorry.
Thank you.
So into the MMA can say the other way to make the churches less attended, is to bring value into people's life. Ɛhɔ na ɛyɛ meme responsibility say nipa will be Monday to Friday wokɔ adwuma Saturday ebia you and your hubby when you mako out to movies Sunday ebia dem nkɔlaa no kɔ ebia sports center and I say baby man nkɔlaa no so family time nti wobɛkɔ asɔre no koraa 2 hours mako asɔre mobɛfie you be at the mosque Friday. After that, a family time. After family time, a work time to be able to sustain your lifestyle. Inti wunya time in kotina sorry then. But problem ne say nipa ni nye adwuma ye. Baby o hwe bia na ho kire wo ho. Otifia na dream bo no.
Ebinom ye adwuma na so still they will go. Minimami bia obeja ne na oton nam o. Obeja ne nam wo ho na kotina sorry dem Monday.
Because any say ne nkrofo na wo munya nam no toni na ono nya nam to na nyame na aya ama no but it may come to the realization say e ono ano ho modern bo na amo oton nam na asori no obekọ for spirituality but on ko se nyame emless no normal na nam and you see yeah nyoma we na no so no part of the ebe no any a revolution of the intellect said the nipa nso betit nyoma ase and efe nso no ensori no nso no yemma ubia NC sorry anywhere. Say yeah, neighborhoods zoned for sorry pen between see sorry. One so there will be a social responsibility levy. Ubia with the collection be as say wuchia. No.
Thank you. Let them pay heavy taxes.
As a wuchia sikabi a levy. Na ya deboa unemployed 4 categories of people. Children, orphans, women, disabled, unemployed, any woman, staff for any deranged people. It is uncrophony nano. Yabesha womo, Yamomo, Nana, Basa, and Nam Kruna, or Bapenina, or Hono Mia, the Yanyasa. Yabe continue womuna, the police, Yamomo 3 meals, Yambenya baby, Nina will be on the state. Yeah, money pan and kuma.
Yeah, you said you churches that I will support you because I'm against it.
Oh, who said churches may place a part in your societies? Just say, who said
it has taken their mentality away. These people don't think normal anymore.
Because there is so much hopelessness in our societies, you see. Into the church, gives comfort. I'm telling you, listen, as I'm told now, for church now could see the word of God. I just say, Kofobi abuse it. So, Kofobi exploited and also, but they are good people. One more spirituality na etonipa akuma sona ema nipansu enya some type of reverence and closure in how pia nipa go through. Trust me. Accept to until you better managing ye said the nkofo abuse opportunity no until the ode jama ye be
right. Thank you. Mami si fam no bimbra why?
That's it. Let's go to Eva ba then ko hwana wa ha Christinator.
William.
Yes. Christinator. Patrol Minko. Yeah, we are a Mexico before BBO. Christinator, go ahead. Okay, or no, ma. Young call good fellows, bruh.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Koranteng.
Good afternoon, Kofi Naye.
Okay, in a buono de man nipa, me were Maryland, the Hamsi, and the Buffy, my babbit na, and she said, oh, your mind, you need so, Senabaya, you couldn't so, a better than could out any time, and money, a year, intino, made a bar, me vote to the Obenya, enemy fear for. And me work fast in the morning in you back from Monconcoto.
Thank you.
Okay, internet as somebody when I say, Meme in so a bibia a who hear me pa the natural resources are yet in so any our environment. Say me one Maryland Hamsi, Papa me want me drive best 15 minutes. Just about 15 minutes. Na adan ya yet bibi special. I say kwayem. Utimi ekonanti homsa. Emma wadin ewo I no na wadin abafom. Oko kakra na insuo da ho eni krochi. Omo ewo enam ewo insuo nimu utimi kotna ho enya se bi kra no kra na wode aye wadwuma just oto da watum na etimi ayi nam etimi ya pata kese just 15 minutes away from where I live. So and na ye de yes say the environment. Yes, I mean we just don't have any respect for Mother Nature. A consciousness na enya ema asoro no. But what then now betini aye ama yenso ya dwen aba sadie so epo me befie me de fishing poles ebe fie say me de bekwa akogigi mani kakra oto ade ne tu epo ne mu a ne ayi rubber. Very sad. This is the saddest thing for me, you know, and then I'll be to me as far as our environment is concerned.
So, we need to reclaim land, any water soon because it's been destroyed. My father's house is close to the water by Koloena. Now, it's sad because 100 yards away, not even 100 yards, maybe 50 yards away, fishermen and net one net. Now, warm the wall a seahole. What call it? Now, woman a toilet go. They still do it. So they still do it. I go there a couple of times a week. I pass by there and I see it. Ube who truck na ekwa na akofa hon na akofa wall na chinti who truck ni bi. I want am friend no wall of no return. I went there once. Whereby a gata kesiye, eba na the host na to na pushy all the toilet in there. Na waves ne ba na be toilet and na the co in. Until we see now. They are about half a mile into the sea now.
It's brown.
With sludge. Now after no who say water na clear kakra. But sa parameter name no the chief fish my re ewo Osu market nominate your friend saying all the other shore localities na almost Jamestown nominate
polluted.
Yeah, inti sa practice na as I say as I say you find it another way ye dump ye human waste. Na ye good reservoir mu na ye separate solid material from the water You know, I went to look at it in New York. New York, in Manhattan, in New York, I went in Manhattan on the west side, you know, from Bay 187th Street, no, 100 and maybe 75th Street all the way to 125th Street, 120th Street, you know. Park or my for and one more games, one more restaurant, expensive restaurants, crowd or I see any now a reservoir. Human waste the one Manhattan na honeko. But one take cross a hobon. And they separate the solid waste and containerize the solid waste. And they ship the solid waste somewhere. And then the water, they separate the water from the solid and purify the water and put it back into circulation again. It's a beautiful system. You'll be blown away. We could do so much with the human waste, but we shouldn't push it in the water because it destroys our waterways. I eventually build a first-class real estate one. So, but a cheaper way, purification systems, but you find a DC and you push your toilet to go in you. Now, they don't want you to take pictures. May call Dano, one more camera and almost said they have me delete everything. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile,
one more bosom no crowd, one more bosom no beer winning Jamestown before when you go from Kologun to Jamestown, where the road splits, the bosom no will feel toilet, one more tone right near you walk Konano. I mean, it's sad. So, but and this is why I get I am saddened by all the Ga leaders say they can allow that to happen to their own people. So the Ga leaders should not allow this to happen to their people. But who am I to say? They are MPP and NDC people, and money goes through that channel, so they allow them to do what they want to do, and they kill their people. That's what they do because they pollute their waters. The whole place is a mess. And so, who are you to say? But you be changing your honey now. We will develop that place, reposition the inhabitants of Ghana, give them the rights that they have, and build communities for them to, meaningful communities for them to live in, for them to enjoy their life. Uko Osu Castle, Sisia. Drug heads and crack heads and Kwan and what Usu Castle strip. Woma Sisi Pata, I went there the other day. So, I mean, you don't understand, say, Ghana leaders, they're wicked. Say, woman neglected the youth, sir. And so the youth now are conscious now, they should make the decision to help Woma could be MPP because they've done paid some money. And that's the hypocrisy of the youth. And that's why we are here telling them so that these things will change. Thank you so much, man, for coming in.
Thank you.
Let's go to Goodfellows. Goodfellows, are you up?
Good fellas, since Yana Mikasa,
okay.
So, what do you value?
Facts rain. Are you here? Facts rain.
Yes.
What's your question?
I'm back again. Yeah, good evening. I have 4 questions, but I think you are tired, so I'll just brush through it.
One question.
Only one.
Yes.
Oh, one.
Because we have people. We want to get to everybody. Mix. We want to finish with this panel, so we don't. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Okay. My first question is, why is it that when let's say Mahama like this, when it comes to power like this, he starts to build like facilities like hospitals and other things that can help Ghanaians. So when it drops and another leader comes in, the person will demolish that one. And and the last the leader did last. They will have to, you see, all those things, they are wastage of resources. So I don't understand. Once like the leader bumwa or CBB too. That's about obe said their little like older leader in the wire see on obe say no was I for fun into the who was saying no. You are spoiling the resources. You are spoiling it.
Okay.
To be a good impact on Ghanaians, to be something like Ghanaians will benefit from it. All those things are wastage of resources. Please,
Okay.
can I add one? I'm begging you.
No, you can't. No, you can't. So let me answer.
And the other one is like,
let's say you can't. So hold on and listen to your answer. Well, you can add one. Listen to your answer to your question. So the reason why that is, NDC comes, they want to make a case for them to be re-elected. So anything that MPP has done, they don't want to continue because then MPP can say that they started it and vice versa. They don't care about the people of Ghana. They care about their benefits. Now, for every project to be at NDC and I say MPP or Kojisika, your money sika or parliament and I'm Kojibusiam ewo IMF and I say World Bank. One more Kojisbisian say, yeah, they better phone we are. One more Jibusian say the koto phone. Into or starting phone we na so when you phone yeah. On to me fa this same phone in Kojisika view. Until when another government comes in now, they don't continue the project because one more pisikan one more D. Because one more Kojisika 10 cities are the 2 cities na project na 8 na one D. Until or no person or Koji project for. Until no we're creating another project. No, they are Kojisika. Not one so actually the next government about on Twaso. Until projects now half that's what they do. So that's why we need to do a national development plan, put all the projects in for the next 50 years. Over 4 years, our bear 4 years for dear now call. Now we have our bear 4 years, no, I have 4 years, dear no call all the way. We'll be able to change direction because it's what Ghana for in here. Till said the job gets done, no, we don't change direction. That's what Kofi Koranteng will do. One national development plan for Ghana for the next 50 years. Thank you very much. William, talk to me. You're on the mic.
Yes. Okay. But that's to say, Mama Kwenyawe. If you say a question, your data system, because I'm an no. Adia me who say etumpon wa haye a data system, ID card system, where discover what bobosia na they are able to trace you say ha and our address system into a policy efa sadia no anything. And no yet very important part in person bifa or policy concerning about identify us and then property said ye be ya yisika semno en minim kogu obi botom because can say human fees nipa na ejisika but machine na correct there minim say yisika semno corruption na beba from kakra nti o policy ene efa de be ho sa.
See, the first thing about say about your friend integrated national ID and address system. Yeah, integrated national ID and address system. Now Ghana ni biya because our system no so. Up to 72% of people are one year informal, no. Yeah, but transition women now to a formal sector. And that way, no, yeah, progressive tax with Chiano, yeah, record. So everybody becomes relevant. Obia one city crown uchia, wunya. One city no tax now, which is progressive. So, because of a by a very authenticated because you say national Ghana card, CCA or Wama infiltrated system no Emma Europe Akugum. Just say a recertify. So the recertification here, because you can't see a for a Ghana card. But as I say, a recertify, making sure say Nigeria for ne other nationals in Guswa work Ghana can in free systems.
Okay.
Because the right numbers if you ma into see a purge no let you clean it out. Until I don't know your best exercise run your way you be cleaning out. Near you be from there to their friend a national data repository system. So national data repository system no be Ghana for Kwadia. We was our number now yet to say on a good report, good record with Ghana. Could be a bank, be as I said, be out transacting any type of business beyond. And so I'm confirmed with the national data repository system. And so I'm yes, one to
all right. Okay. And then will be for flat so now come go back to the
one question. Why are there? A good question. Yeah, called JJ Sakti.
My president tobacco favor, that's it.
Design Minia.
Nyamiadon patch also.
Then echo. Bibia, Nyamiadon, Bibia.
Oh, you go so. I did won't see a time and so still I back us swap in him. Back of it, India, didn't come and didn't can Cassandra you to was, yeah. Daniel, you to make chop money dear. And Chroma, I can't want some no. On one of our Sabano. Miss Ramo. This is the emblem of Nkrumah. Say Jano, the free at 2024. Yan kind who say, Yenny a madachi in ano. At a 2 ballamu, in your Ghana back beam. Miss someone did you movie Pia was ya. Muntia send you see in Samanano. And a send ya, Usiede, Ekasa, and yes, I will bond Timako, only Munyawaka. To Miss someone idiom. Or ideas no say, I didn't which me a ye. Me, I may not say, me a skitty person, and I'm no casano. Me a security personnel. Now, you need people with intelligence and has integrity. And a day, a year, Juma. What I say? If you can say people with integrity, Kofi Koranteng is the number one. Ubia a day, a new Ghana. Politicians not been in no. Ubia new. Nyedena na mecheche na muhunu nkitenkete nyina say yakase omune nkambo nyina ne MPP ni NDC four parties omoye edikata ye ni so sane ye be ya ombebri ye ni so temesramo enkoto aba mfamfa nche wosiba po NDC ni MPP a enkoto mfamfa nche mfa masa ankrofo no ukoto edemo omo a echie no se MPP ne ebe obeba na se wenya ebeka cho se ebeka se sankrofo no fo mu vote enkoka wo sankrofo na ebomunim MPP fo ne NDC fo nim se sa ade no ewo ho nti omo ahyada na omo aye sa ade na ato echire se ne omenya wa adwenti mesraw ensa papa we usa papa we hu a Ghana ya hwe ase ye nsori biom mesram ani die mu be pamcho afi bra Kofi meme nkoma asam so enkofo bi wa Ghana from say Ghana Peace Council and I say Christian Council me hu say abatu odu a na yehu so mokasa and I'm saying make a create tremunie because but men person me name nti me kan ye course abla soldiers from penufo no be air core retirement no you say president also at in terms sika e be 5 billion e be 300 e be 500,000 e be 300,000 e dey share show mon sa say e wie ne first anko fo we nyina say enko na e first Peace Council foi any omkokasa because many me tena send me hu say omo ni omo kasa se ne be ye mbo mo adwum so mbe eku ana say ye de etu omo efiri so ntina omo ye nti me bisa sa Peace Council na ye hu omo so mfaso obia na adane politicians ni nkofo na nego den ye ya fa ho.
Well, me coin to details, but the me catch Ghana ni bia na say sika bia wedi enye ne kwan so enye justified no be fese sika na ba. I'll say that. And organizations P will call us say one more entities membudin, but you have not been faithful to Ghana for organization bia wono wo mandate say part of wo mandate na yes say ubejremu ama Ghana for na se Ghana for bre and a woman kwa hochima sisi wudima woma weni ama womono. Yeba yebegu muntini ye. Because now who nimfa so ma Ghana for. I'm very serious. Inti moya mo se Ghana for ADM na mo de sika ye tuama mo inti momo nka hwe no. We're gonna come after you. Because not to say now who nimfa so ma Ghana for. So but status when ya say we entity be ya mouse and privileges say yes na fa boa Ghana for no. When to me ankasa because you have found it convenient to say ye be mousika na wono de enye no wedi echi against Ghana for no. Not to say who ni Ghana for so. I'm very serious. Mode ye ba na mo betini we biase ye nkasa bebre. But we be who dear babisi. Enti ubia nyina ye. Me mami or me crano or no be no or catch them sisters no say mo bia and fanny uncle to Kofi Koranteng so. Because woman him said dear metia. Because we need to me so sa pesi fam. So if we say oh ba Kofi Koranteng be president to be nya bibia dia no sabesi fam. Opere ma ho. Na opere ma ho na ye ni ye a wo ye menua meboa. But say me be twa ma na wada ho atafro de emma na ofom nso a woni baby am do befa. So inti media de me cans I've been very disappointed with some organizations bia na yenim say anka in these hard times no one mo be sorry gira honum for the people of Ghana na sa daylight robbery ekoso a wo mo tonton Ghana japade Womu munkam Ghana for no anka womu beye boat womu benya balls womu betumi gyina ho akasa at womu na idi so mo idi dia ene na mo hu ni Ghana for mfa so be dey me ka kyerem and I'll call you out one by one the womu no ntia da semenua
okay
yeah yanko Emmanuel Mensah, the man of the day, and so the right person to end the call. Emmanuel, go ahead, take the mic.
Hey, my man. Yes, sir. Mr. Kofi Koranteng then.
Yamina Dumo, what's that? Bibia will call.
Bibia cool.
My final word. I'll be blessing you.
Yo, ebisa fumi chobi bia. De yenina no yetum yenya da jiro na ya BBC yana papa incoming president. Na ebisa fo asam kakra mu wo ma gena fo hina yinde. Ya min chazi na Ghana rusu ewo Yoruba oda hiano do. Na yenya anu edu. Na yami ahen adum ma yenya doctor a wo friend Mr. Kofi Koranteng. Wa bede orba besa Ghana Yoruba. Na ansa na doctor no so besa Yoruba no so no. Ya beka doctor no so na sam kekrebi na ya ka edru na sam na so do. Na sam kakra beka yin de Mr. Koranteng doctor yenyani yo berme bia na America abrochimem na oti oni na yero na nebusia wowo. Na ohun Yoruba Ghana yar nti oye na adwene de damedia oda oba na obobobua na yetum yesan Ghana Yoruba de minti ogia ne passport odo tu ho na oba Ghana men na yembisa yenwu de se yekọ embassy so wo Ghana edom abohoma a wanyinara wore pro de ubotu kwana akwamanani wo kresika nso no wonya chance pato ono ako waketinim nso we gye ni passport that wo because of Ghana no ho donti waba Yoruba beji Ghana ma Ghana enya no ho fa hodi nti papa na aba no mama yenje yenu numu Yembisa yen the yema he na ebutum ya sacrifice the yetia brochi the yeri fi abrochi na yes ye ketini fi your passport ye do 20 aketini fi on tensi would take a courage person to do that. Nti obi obey the madin biano so no chede owodo owotima ema ne man. Papa ya ba we bohu yaruba Ghana yaru. Sise wake duru a ode ye de besa Ghana yaruba. Eduru ni ye owo na ami. Owo na ami ni trade. Wusika wadaje wombol wo resources a ede baba no. Oni na ye de bama Dr. Kofi Koranteng na ode asa Ghana yaruba. Nti yehia obi bia no mboa kito bia nsa. Yempede yedi Mr. Kofi Koranteng pede ordine how about to Ghana for no do. De orukwa ake jisika ewo iku bifo na odi ababe ye ni campaign because so oye the man at the end of the day no obopo we a the me account no baba de wa magano I will feed on na wakeju but be so with about corner for the tria e kono for the tria ni de ye ni tax paying money na ye tria no ene ye na resources na ye wono ono na odi ko tria da maka wono nti mbi se wo da be sika no be se nya na odi ahwoma no da me na NDC na NPP for the past 32 years why NDC crampo na si so opposition mpono no ono so crampo no wa akọbọbusi o na odi a campaign or opposition no so akọbọbusi so you can imagine that say oba be ma ebe na asem no besi ono nti na Mr. Kofi Koranteng si ono on pay them how ni ton kon ke jisika biara mfi bia no na emom no ami na wo yenke yen humbom yen sika yen ni bibia yen fambo dem bro be ya say obopowa ne sori bibi no ya amina wo yenye tum yenya kukuduru ne ya ka chendem se Kofi ahen na yedi yebotum sika yene resources na yedi bo de fa be your money ye yanke jiske ne fi bibiara nti sa ahen ne yemo de makwendia ne dia ne ye ho kwa na yetu adedu ane de ho kwa ne de ye kama de ye kan de yedi cho ba sa anye ne dam ne so no ka peniska no de ba ni campaign a obopowa ebe ye den na ka someone widen with see on ye nti na no for make serie tintin hinara no misre na no do fu hinara abrochirefo Ghana fo bebi biara obi biara wo biara ye Ghana nyine no eritsimi kenbre masemi hinan de o me ye hinara ye mpoa ebi obekede minyisika mutuma mo ni t-shirt mutuma print a poster samo mutuma a billboard amo ebia mo motorbike won be jon franco ebia mo pickup won when jina na won fuel no franco runs ye beji ye wo a representatives all over the system regions in Ghana ye need to know den ye no do a new vision movement nye na new vision movement na ye bom se Kofi Koranteng ni chidom inti system regions ye won kofo wori didmo ye grassroots fo wo be hie sika wo be transportation Ubehie sika wode botu nso anom. Ubehie t-shirt posters na ade. Nti mesrɛ kitu biara nso a mebutuma ye biara de bobua magana ba fane tampe fra no. Ono de ne passport atu ye bi se ye wo de si so ti won pono oye de no hwɛ no no hwɛ ne ye na number. Ya tena se ye bi se dem because of Ghana hu don't you. No always gina dem ti bi otidam. Nti yenso ye mboa no. Dem bro be ye obotum dwumedi na original. We wie pe ya me ye hinara. Yene number eye 059 999 5120 059 999 5120 idini Kofi Koranteng se epeyini chikono so a eko Facebook a ebohu idini se Kofi Koranteng oni no de wo ho eko TikTok a the same thing na eko eyiso a friend them no website so www.kofikoranteng.com all the information biara hia biara no ekowa ebinya amiso America say e follow musunes information biara so na ebisama no so mayeden meyiwa no nti enyanom on behalf of new vision movement no yes e do biara ase wona da gye wona mbra wa se no no da bebe say Mr. Kofi no orin ye kwa na ma wɔbɛhwiw bi aso no nyame bɛyɛ den ɔbɛhyɛ wɔn anim wɔma yɛn nyinaa yɛnka mbom na yɛn push this agenda forward for the betterment of Ghana. Yɛde obi biara ase nyame nhyira obiara.
Yo, for before I end, and let me just say this. So, what share Ghana say? The NDC and MPP are clamoring because they see it's gotten so close, they're going to lose, and it scares them. The only thing that matters in this 2024 election is forget about NDC, forget about MPP, forget about Kofi Koranteng, forget about Ubia. Why pa na wo kra mu no wo kwa wo gidi se ubetumi affix Ghana problem? It's got nothing to do about how the person campaigns. Ne posters, ne banners, ne billboards, ne sika, ne cars obeche, ne pickups or ne t-shirts, ne caps. Sanyo many na mfa ho a fanfare. Why pa na wo gidi se owo adwene, owo odo. Owo nimdie, owo dom a obetumi ede ayi dane Ghana. You said 2 people, NDC and MPP there, yama womo 32 years, wome feel into womo de you free. Mama yenye ye mine ye. Na MPP phony NDC phony na yen benefit na yenye se abruchiri and beyond because we have the opportunity to do that. Mon follow yen. Said Sunday, yes space with Kali J. Mumetie na baby a yakubia so no say Sunday so yene mun follow yen ye be send mo updates no ye ba live a mo be hu mun follow yen na mo moa yen ani sika say ye sponsor a billboard said ye edin no ebetre na ebekọ out na nkofo bi hu yen said won beba beti yen sempa nti won so reach yen well your number ye dey ato so no and 059-999-5120 059-999-5120 na ka se wo pese wo sponsor a billboard e wo krum baby I would take anywhere I would pay bia in Ghana no sponsor a billboard. Near mount a billboard, near mount billboards for the next 5 months till December. Near fa yen sempa. Change the constitution, eradicate corruption, institute a national development plan. Yen found to so. Yen can't check Ghana for say ye penny between yesa. Yet I must say, as always, I've been your steadfast advocate for outstanding leadership. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Live abundantly and prosper till we meet again. Have a good night. Thank you so much.